It's
Hey, what's good, fam? We're doing it again. Sweet Talks, Power Slap 21, International Fight Week. It is going down. And this man has got his own heat behind him, his own hype train going on. The last match he had against Pono Pao, my wife and I, we labeled it the people's match. There was so much hype, there was so much intensity. And I would say at the end of it, there was some camaraderie, some respect there. But leading up to it was fantastic. And now here we are with you going up against a title contender, well, was a title contender in West Mena. He's no stranger to the podium. How do we feel, man?
Feeling good. It's pretty ironic that I'm in the number 5 spot and then
You took
fighting the
his spot.
former, yeah,
Yeah.
fight for it back. But no, I definitely deserve to be here, and that's the way it should be right now. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not complaining about it.
It's funny. We've had a couple examples now, like Brian Scambler stunt was an example of this. People that it just kind of goes their way, for lack of a better term, right? They go up one and done. It's over. They don't even take a hit. But with your career so far, it's not so clean like that. But you've been able to go through and keep going and moving. And I can't imagine you're going to feel like this is going to go any different.
No, so I look at this like a story mode on a video game kinda, you
No,
know? Like, I started it out and I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I can admit that all day. Like, that first fight, it was a guy coming off the street like anyone else, but I did put a lot of time into it, and, even if you didn't watch the first fight, if you watched the second one leading up to Pono, you can definitely tell those were both really dominant fights, but even then I improved. So,
yeah.
I mean, it's only gonna go up. Yeah, like, there's no I don't imagine myself changing anything, and everything is perfect right now, so it's gonna go well. Like,
You can always improve a little bit.
I mean, to an extent, I feel like I'm getting close to that point where I'm not gonna wanna change anything else soon,
Okay,
you
that's
know?
real.
Like,
But yeah, because guys are always looking for that groove. They're
yeah.
always looking for that the way that they do it that's effective.
Not to brag or
Yeah.
anything either, but, like, I do have a lot of people coming up to me saying, "Your slap is super unique. Your slap looks different," and all that type of stuff, so I think I'm a little bit ahead of my time even if you will.
Is that through the way you study the game and then implement it? Is that part of your team and it's a collaborative effort to get you to where you're at?
100% part of my team. If it wasn't for John Dodson, I would not be the slapper I am today. I'd probably still be
Mhm.
slapping like I was in my first fight. But Chelsea and John, like, they're the ones that observe and they're the ones that see where I need to improve and they get me going to that point. But no, that's the biggest key that everyone else doesn't have.
It's a pretty huge key.
Yeah.
It's funny, because the on your algorithm, just whoever pops up, you kind of go through and things like that. And so obviously John pops up on mine here and there, not as much as the power slappers for obvious reasons.
Yeah, yeah.
But so I love the post he did though, man, where it's just like, why is this fool on the shelf? Like, get this man a match in bare knuckle, and to see the support that comes through that, I think a lot of people would agree with you. Having him in your corner and getting his perspective and things like that is a massive win.
Yeah, yeah, he's, like a master of all crafts, if you will, 'cause, there's definitely times where he'll be training me in power slap, and then he'll be giving advice to somebody over here for their track training while they're training for that, and then giving MMA advice over here to this guy all in real time, like, at the same time.
Oh,
He's 100% about the people. Like, I've never met a more nice guy in my life. Like, he really does care about the people he has around him, talks to everybody in the gym, and so I'm sure that, if he is sitting there and he's like, "I wanna fight," and he turned around and asked the people, "Hey, you guys wanna see me fight?" He has so many people that would be in his corner. He's such a great guy. Like,
yeah.
why wouldn't you wanna be?
No, I totally agree. And one of these days we got to get Chelsea back up here. What are we doing?
Yeah,
Huh? Frank, power slap. Let's get Chelsea into the round.
what are we waiting on?
No, great team, man. Good people. I really do consider them friends. And it's exciting that even though, like, you know, Chelsea in particular isn't really like specifically on this card and involved, they're still so involved with their team and with you. And when you go through a match and you get a win, what is that like afterwards with your team? Do you guys just feel like job finished? We did it. You go out and celebrate. Like, what's the situation when you get done with the job?
We definitely go around giving high fives
Okay.
and, like, we definitely talk about where we need to improve as well, but, we enjoy the moment. Like, we worked for it, and, I try to be coachable like a good student. So, John sees that his work paid off. I see that my work paid off. Like, we're doing all that work and it's not going to waste. So that's the biggest thing,
Yeah.
is that we're not doing this for nothing.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, It's high fives all around.
I
Like,
love it, dude.
we love
It
it.
was funny when you were talking just now. I'm curious. So you are a wrestler. You're on that. I'm not a huge. I'm getting better at it, the whole wrestling scene, because we got to, right? And I'm studying it more and getting to know the different indie circuits and that. So are you on what would be called an indie circuit in
Yes.
wrestling?
Yeah.
Okay. And with those wrestlers in there, are they so interested in power slap? Do they
Yeah.
understand? Like, you got to be the guy with the stories and the behind the scenes with
Yeah,
wrestling.
yeah. Every time I go to a show or something, they come up and they ask, or somebody will come up and be like, "Hey, man, I saw your videos." They'll ask me when the next one is. Like,
Dude,
they're super interested in it, and just the fact that I got like all these Zias in New Mexico, I'm repping it 100%. Like,
yeah.
everyone is so behind it. They're trying to see if I can talk them into bringing Power Slap to New Mexico, and I'm sure it would sell out.
It definitely would.
If I get this world championship, though, that might be like something I might ask, and hopefully they do.
Well, I would say if you champ gets what the champ wants, right? Like, yeah, it would sell out so fast there. So I went to it was the one time I reached out for media credentials for bare knuckle because it was going to be in Albuquerque, and I've got family there. My sister lives there, and so I know that town is a fight town. And people who don't know, it is like it's up there with the
Yes.
Vegases and things like that because there's so many fighters that not only grew up there. There's so many fighters that like migrate there because they know they'll be taught in a better way,
Yeah,
right?
it's the real
So
deal.
shit, man, I'm down for that. A little power slap action in Albuquerque, man. That'd be crazy.
They would love it. They would go insane. In the
But
pit, you know what the pit is? It's our college, basketball stadium, but it's, like, literally a pit. The court is down here, and it's built a whole, like, coliseum type arena around it, like.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Is that must have been where the bare knuckle was? Because now that I'm thinking about it, it was kind of set up that way. But it'd be an amazing show. It would go off for sure. But this week we've got the current show that's happening. You got a Task and West. Is there any part of you or piece of you that thinks this is going to go longer than like 2 rounds?
No.
I didn't. I didn't. I didn't think so.
Brother, no. Like, there's no way. I think, first of all, let's address some shit, alright? I'm glad
The
that we
floor
got to
is
the fucking
yours.
meat and potatoes of this whole podcast, because there are some things I do wanna address. I watched a recent interview where he was talking about the fight, and he brought up a moment where he said, "I do have the best in my corner, which is Chelsea and John Dodson training me, but they can't go out there and fight for me." And I'm like, "Motherfucker, iron sharpens iron. Like, what the fuck do you think I am? I'm number 5 in the world, your fucking spot, for a reason, and that's only because I have to be there to get to the world championship, you know? Once we get there, there's no fucking going back." And that's just the way I look at it. But that's complete bullshit that he's gonna make it seem like I have the best training me and then I'm gonna have less potential coming out because it's me. Fuck that. Like, I'm coming out probably one of your toughest opponents you've ever had, motherfucker. Like, yeah, you've never had someone slap you the way I'm gonna slap you. You've never had a real victory against somebody who fucking was potentially going to be world champ in the first place. And when you got there, you fucking lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much shit. I don't know. That one kind of got to me a little bit when he said that shit. I didn't, that there's so much shit that comes with that statement that just makes it seem like he's trying to fucking little boy me or something like that. And I don't like that shit. But also, he was saying that he couldn't lose this match and that he was coming in with intensity and everything like that. And like,
Was this on the Laboratory podcast?
I
Those
don't
guys?
I have
Okay.
no clue.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have no clue. I couldn't see the video because, apparently it was on his story. I tried looking up the story, it wasn't fucking there, coincidentally, so
Maybe the 24 hours had passed.
someone had
Yeah. You know what I
maybe it
mean?
did. Someone had to let me know about that shit and sent it to me on their phone, and I watched it that way, but, like, no, that shit's crazy to me. Fucking, I don't think I've seen one person that thinks that this is not gonna go my way. And I don't think I've shown any type of indication that if you look at this on paper, that this shit's not gonna go my way. Like, I don't understand what I did or what has happened along the lines that makes this guy think he can fucking beat me. That's
Got
an outrageous statement to make,
got you.
but here we are.
And do you think that's because maybe he thinks he just had more experience than you in this, and you're just a new guy coming up?
That is possible, but at the same time, experience counts for something like in acting,
Okay.
or trade.
Yeah.
But this is such a risk. You're going up and lining up against a new person every time who's hitting you as hard as they can. And not only that, you are stepping into this every single time trying to defend as best as you can. And there's definitely going to be times where you defend better here than there, you know? So there's so much of a toss up with the whole entire match coming together for to say that experience is going to be what gets him through this. He's never experienced a motherfucker hitting him in the face with like 80,000 pounds of human force behind him. Like,
That's
show me that one person.
you
This
got
is
to be a
new.
dog and do power
This
slams,
is new
man.
for him. This is new for him. So
Yeah,
where does his experience come in? You know?
yeah,
I'm dragging him down to my fucking new experience. I've never fought him. I've never been the number 5 contender. I'm doing all this shit. This is all new for me too. So now I'm not gonna let you have the advantage of having any type of experience on me. I guarantee you I know everything he knows. I guarantee you I've felt harder slaps than he's fucking had, you know?
yeah,
For a guy who got dropped a couple times, like, I don't think it's fair to look at me and my experience and say that, like, you know, "Oh, yeah, I can definitely defeat that guy because he's being trained by the best, but he's not gonna come out the best."
yeah.
That's a bold fucking statement to make.
And you, dude, you really feel like you're going to be champ?
100%.
No, no doubt at all.
No, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I don't know who's gonna win between Dorian or, DeBell,
Yeah,
and that's gonna be kind of a toss-up, you know, who knows what happens there, but
we've been waiting for this rematch for a minute, so I'm excited for that one.
regardless, I think DeBell, he's never had somebody slap me or he's never had somebody slap him the way I would, and I also in turn have never had somebody like that slap me before. He's the
Yeah,
world champ for a reason, you know? So that's where experience comes in, you know? Like you can't go around every day smacking motherfuckers in the face for practice.
no,
And if there's someone who's had the most title defenses, which is the most like best fights in the world possibly at that time. Those are all for him, unfortunately, those are all like tough fights because they're trying to fucking see who can take you out, you know?
yeah,
That's where experience comes in. But this is not one of those moments. And so looking forward, that's like the challenge with him. But if Dorian gets it, now I get to be the guy that fucking has taken out the guy that has this magic chin, you know, never been knocked down or anything.
fair, yeah,
It's a great setup either way, but I have to get through this fight to do it. And so I don't know.
yeah. You know, it's funny. One thing that popped out when you were just talking is I'm just being honest. I never totally thought about it like that. Like the only way, like when you spar for boxing, you can get that experience. When you grapple for MMA or jujitsu, you can get that experience, like literally real. When you're slapping, the only way you're going to get true experience is up at the podium.
Yeah, dude. Like,
I'm not joking. That kind of just clicked right now.
you know what a big
So to
mistake.
be champ, but then to be champ for 1,000 days, it's a whole different level of experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Which that's actually a good point because if Dorian ends up winning this one, he's only going to be champ for like a couple months.
I mean, it won't be no 1,000 days. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
before I eventually come into like the
Yeah.
picture and then I take it away.
When you have that so ingrained in you, I'm going to be champ. I know it. I feel it. Manifesting, whatever you want to call it, right? Like, is that a visual thing or is that more of a feeling thing that
It's
you
a
just
feeling.
know it?
It's a feeling. When you look around a room and you say, like, I was raised in like a football atmosphere, right? So what they always tell you when you're waiting in line to run your next route or whatever the case may be, every route before you should be an observation of why you're better than that person. That guy didn't cut at the
Mm,
10-yard line, he cut at 9. This guy didn't exit his route right, and these are all the things I'm gonna do right. And the little box that gets checked when you can confirm all that shit is when other people come up to you saying, "Hey, man, your shit's fucking good. Let me learn from you." You know what I'm saying?
right.
And so I've had that enough to where I go, "All right, other people see potential in me," right? I have John Dodson, who's my coach. He won't bullshit me. He will not bullshit me. Like
Great shooter.
if we are practicing and he sees something wrong, he will get on me about it and he'll say, "You need to fix that. That's making you slower. You need to fix that. That's not the right way to do it. You know, like that's not going to get the job done." And so now I have him in my corner saying, "Hey, man, you're looking fucking great. Like these slaps look fantastic." And at this point, it's more of reminding me what we worked on instead of saying,
Mhm.
"Hey, man, you're doing that wrong." So
I
to
got
me,
you. It's more repetition on the thing we know we're doing right.
right.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like, all right, cool. My coach is right there with me agreeing. Like, he's not blowing smoke up my ass saying, "Oh, you're gonna be world champ one day." It's like, "No, we got this.
Yeah.
We have to stay here and we're gonna carry it on and we got this." So that helps a lot too. But then the people just want it. The people want it. If you look online in the comments, they will tag me and the bell. They will see his match announcements and tag me in his match announcements. You know,
Yeah.
they'll ask when I'm going for the title. Everyone wants to see it. And so now you have all these things coming together, and it's like, do I take on the role or do I not? And I've accepted the role. So I am going to be world champion one day. It's just going to happen.
Yeah. I love that mentality. I love that mentality because I learn every day in the fight game, you know what I mean? Different nuances, things like that. But it feels like in the beginning, everybody says the same thing. Well, a lot of them do. I'm going to be champ. I'm going to do it in this way in this amount of time, blah, blah. And then they kind of fall off a little bit. And to have someone with your work ethic and personality and still believe that and keep going. I mean, brother, that's how you get there, you know?
Yeah.
And that's going to show on Friday because you know West has that same mentality. I want to get back up there and prove that that was just a fluke or whatever. And that makes for such a cool match. I couldn't be more excited, man. And I am so happy to be there and watch it live.
Oh yeah. If this one is one of those matches where I'm gonna consider it a fun match. You know, I've had my
Okay.
serious matches, I've had my fun matches. This is one of my fun matches. So I'm gonna come out and try and put on a fucking show for you guys, dude.
Dude, I love it,
From
man.
the jump.
Dude, Johnny, man, thanks for coming on.
Thank you,
Appreciate
brother.
you. Everybody, tune in Friday. It's going down live on YouTube. Watch it, become a fan, follow this man. Let's go.